Again, side paths have to be very straight, and horse have to travel on the side paths very straight, and diagonals. In reality, we already finished our arena, but absolutely not. We can go again. Forward motion, that's one of the patterns that I'm working in a diagonal, the diagonals and the side pass. So horse truly have to move and stay straight and go nicely on the side pass, 200 feet if I ask you, without hesitation, without upsetness. Stay still and relax. So I'm going to show you different patterns how you're going to work with your horse to apply these exercises on the side pass. So horse will going to be very comfortable with that, and you actually use a lot of space in your arena. You're not just moving to the left or to the right of your horse. Hello guys, Russ Krachun here, and I would like to welcome you to Equine Educational Clinic, Mastering Side Pass Communication. In this video, that's actually introduction video about this clinic, and I would like to share with you my philosophy, how I think to educate horse physics and brain to perform on the final performance exercise side pass in the forward motion to the left or to the right direction, and why we actually need to educate horse and where we can use actually this movement with our horses, and what kind of riding discipline or just in a life routine with our horses. When we're educating our horses to perform for us under saddle and teach this final performance maneuver side pass, it's critically important for us as an educator to understand a side pass, it's actually not natural movement in a horse life routine. Horses not perform side pass and they're alive with balance and coordination and using two-track movement with front shoulders and hindquarters and be collected on the spine and the rib cage, and actually using the neck and the collection when horse moving to the left or to the right in the side pass. So why we actually need to educate horse to move sideways to the left and to the right, and where we can use this education. A lot of time if we working in a range and we want to open the gate, say for example, we need a side pass to move, so we don't have to dismount the horse and open the gate, we're using side pass. And actually this performance education you can use in the range riding when you actually traveling side pass through the log. Side pass, it's actually foundation to educate horse to lead changes. And a lot of time we're using side pass and diagonals when we're performing in the Western dressage discipline or just plain English dressage riding discipline. So we need this movement, the side pass, we need actually in a real life routine to succeed with our horses if we want to accomplish the job, or if we perform in the English or Western disciplines and show our horses. In this clinic, first part of this clinic, I will share with you my philosophy and talk to you a little bit deeply, much deeply about education, how to educate horse to travel on the sideways and using front, shoulders and hindquarters, using two-track and be very balanced and travel, not keep hindquarters to the left or to the right. Actually, so hindquarters follow the front shoulders and horse staying very straight when horse travel to the left and to the right. And the second and third part, I will actually gonna ride the horse and we're gonna share with you all my methodology, how to educate horse to travel sideways to the left and right direction. So let's talk a little bit about what actually involve to educate, what we need to educate horse to travel on the side pass. The first of all, number one, we need forward motion. So all the time when I start to educate horses anything, I start my lessons first. Relaxation. So horse just have to relax brain and muscles without asking for collection. Just walk around arena and loose rein if you finish previous education and just relax. I can feel how she breathes in how she communicates with me, what kind of attitude she have today. So that's critical important before you start any education. Stop right here. Just let her stay still and relax. Beautiful. That's what I want. And change direction. So it exists mental and physical abilities from the left and right brain of the horse body, same as the physical abilities. Like right here, she released her breath. So that's a stress release. So I'm preparing her for success when I start to educate, and doesn't matter what I educate, side pass or lead changes or backup or just flexibility in the body. My horse truly have to be very relaxed under me. I have to feel her, how she traveling, if she's consistent in the forward motion, if she really You can also, when you're warming up the horse brain and physical abilities, you also can make them also fall asleep, because you very relaxed, so they're thinking mentally. It's not going to involve the work, so you can accelerate the physical abilities, accelerate the brain, and said, can you pick up the trot and just slow down. See how she in the loose range. See how she pay attention. It's how she, if she alert today, if she listen to you. So that's will gonna help you a lot to develop relationship with your horse when you work. So it's not just right away start to work on physical exercise. So in the side pass, when you educate the horse truly have to understand your legs. And if your horse not comfortable with legs, you're gonna have problems. Horse gonna be upset. Horse gonna raise the mental abilities. So adrenaline gonna rise up, and she just gonna speed up when you're gonna apply the leg, and you're gonna have much more problem educate. So anytime when I'm riding, all the time my legs on the horse, both legs all the time, I'm communicating with my horse. If I release my legs, communication stopped. It means you have to stop. So if I release the legs, horse gonna stop. So that's a prime example. So I'm not riding far away with my legs from the horse. It's all the time. So if I want to go horse to the left, I release my left leg, I prime my right leg, but both legs come back on the barrel of the horse, and exactly the same when I gonna go to the right, I release right leg, just slightly bit. I'm not raising, because if I'm gonna open leg very much, then I taking myself out of balance. So horse have to truly understand the legs and travel wherever I press, and changing my hips at the same time. Horse have to change his direction. Right here, beautiful. When I stop and I release my legs, horse have to stop. Very good. If horse will not understand forward motion consistently, and I all the time come back to that, it means if horse not understand the cue, travel forward motion, walk, trot, and lope, already anxiety exists in the horse mental abilities, and it's will gonna transfer to physiques, muscles gonna be tense, and future education gonna start to fall apart. So forward motion consistent, it means immediately travel forward motion and consistently never stop. That's a number one step what we need in the horse education to educate horse. And this performance final, I come back and I repeat again, the final performance maneuver, side pass. So when we educate the horse travel in the forward motion, we need to develop neck muscles from the left and right side and the horse neck. Actually flexibility and the horse neck muscle. In the same time, horse neck muscles have to be very flexible in the forward motion when you travel. So she have to keep this. That's all about muscle memory. So when I changing the sides, horse very flexible with neck in the forward motion. So that's what's going to help you navigate the shoulders in the future. If horse not flexible, the neck, then like I said, shoulders going to fall apart. Exactly the same. She have to be very flexible on the trot and maintain the speed and not get upset and nervous. And using this neck muscle at the same time. So when I release the legs, horse have to immediately step and release the energy and everything stop. So that's critical important for a side pass to change. And in this clinic I will show you how to develop neck muscles also, so you can understand what involve collection with your legs and rib cage and neck muscles and how horse. And we're going to talk about consistent and consistently forward motion also in the same time. So that's very important with young horses to develop that. And I all the time repeat, I educating my horses through the muscle memory and mental and physical abilities. I'm not educating my horses from the pressure and release, because pressure and release, it's just aggravation in particular moment, and mental and physical abilities cannot learn, cannot develop muscle memory and learn from this particular moment and discomfort, I better say, and this particular moment from the pressure and release. You always have to increase time and the physical exercise and develop muscle memory in the forward motion and stay still, same like you educate a human athlete in the sport. That's the same way I'm educating horses. So it's very, very critical, important to develop flexibility in the forward motion of the horse neck to the left direction and to the right direction, and after combine this together. Because direction to the left and right, if neck muscle is going to be stiff, everything in the horse body, I come back and repeat again, everything in the horse body is going to be stiff. Shoulders, rib cage, hind quarters, and what the most important, whole mental ability is going to be very stiff. When I'm saying stiff, horse mental ability is going to be worry, because horse cannot perform in relaxed manners and using these muscles. Horse all the time going to be worried because horse have to move from the pressure, from the legs, or from the pulling on the reins. So it exists a lot of foundation exercises, what I will share with you in this clinic, how to develop neck muscle memory and transfer to the shoulders, rib cage, and the hind quarters. When we're going to educate, and I will share with you neck muscles, how to develop flexibility, we're going to go to the shoulders. And shoulders, if horse cannot be coordinated and balanced in the forward motion with shoulders on the walk and the trot and the lope, to move the shoulders to the left and to the right, it's going to be very, very hard for horse to develop this two-track side pass in the forward motion, because horse is going to step or under the legs or on top of the leg, and horse going to be mentally very worried. So horse will not going to be coordinated. You're going to stumble with this front shoulders, and I come back again, we cannot take this education to the future because neck muscle stiff, shoulder stiff, then we cannot communicate with rib cage, and we cannot communicate with the hind quarters. So if my horse flexible the neck, you exactly the same can apply the shoulders, and horse have to be very flexible. If horse understand the legs, understand the forward motion, understand neck muscle, then shoulders going to be very flexible also. So you don't have to worry horse going to lean on the shoulders and etc. In this clinic we're going to cover how to educate, because shoulders, balance and coordination of the shoulders, that's critical important on the side pass education. So it doesn't matter if I trotting, she still have to change inside shoulder, and from inside shoulder she have to change outside shoulder and be flexible the neck, exactly the same from outside shoulder. She have to be flexible and come back from inside shoulder and be flexible, exactly the same, and be nice and relaxed. So also flexibility, like I said before, flexibility. If your horse not flexible, the neck, shoulders not going to be flexible. And again, we're going to just move with our leg straight horse, and horse actually not going to engage the inside neck muscle to outside shoulder, because you're moving outside left shoulder to the right shoulder to the left. So you have to engage inside neck muscle to outside shoulder and step away. So if your horse not flexible, the neck, again, if I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna explain this. I explained this before. Anytime you're gonna see sore on the horse rein, you put in scar on the horse brain. Come back and repeat again. You put in scar on the horse brain, and you put in scar on the horse gums, tissue of the mouth, and on their muscles. And the most important, you put in scar on the horse mental ability. It's mean on the brain. And horse gonna memorize only because of the fear. Horse gonna be giving you this face, but actually horse will not gonna give you muscle, and horse will not gonna be relaxed mentally. So that's critical important to understand that. When we're gonna educate the neck and shoulders, I will share with you how to develop flexibility, in the rib cage in the forward motion. So horse actually keeps the shape, be round, because eventually in the final performance movement, we have to keep horse very collected on this side pass and move to the left and to the right. So horse actually keeps the shape and not fighting, no mentally and physically. So it involves a lot of education from the neck to the shoulders, to the rib cage, and to the hind quarters. I will gonna share with you how to develop separately from the neck, from the shoulders, from the rib cage, hind quarters. Okay, and how important to develop neck muscles with the hind quarters together. Engage the hind quarters, because side pass, and I come back and I'm gonna say again, engage the hind quarters. We're gonna work and explain how horse can be collected without pulling on the rein, and horse gonna disengage hind quarters, because for a side pass it's critical important. So if my horse collected, my horse still moving the hip and keeping very straight the neck, and when I changing my hips and my legs and my balance of my seat, horse actually changing the hind quarters. Okay, very good, baby. When I release the reins and I release my legs, it's end of communication. So it's not only by pulling on the horse on the reins and develop muscle memory, horse on the neck, or horse also will gonna learn side pass, because that's a final performance maneuver when horse actually gonna go in straight, keeping the body in a straight position and move parallel to the ground, little bit by engaging nose inside and engage hindquarters, not keeping neck outside. We're going to talk about this, how to develop these exercises and move the hindquarters left and right when horse collected. Side pass, in my opinion, when educating horses for a long period of time, performance horses, side pass, it's not because we're pressing with our leg on the side of the horse and moving the straight board to the left and to the right. We're releasing the one leg, we calling this open door, and pressing with other legs. The reality, that's in my opinion, that's a very big mistake, because first of all, you release the legs, it means you're not communicating with horse. Second of all, you're losing completely whole side of the horse body. You're not communicating with the right side of your body with the right side of the horse body, because your right side and horse right side. Because like I said before, in the previous educational videos, we cannot ride two sides together of the horse. We have to ride right side or left side of the horse body. So when you go into the side pass, your leg not pressing on the side of the horse body, because like we done right now, engaging hindquarters, your leg all the time go behind, because you want to bring the hips inside, and this leg actually pressing under the horse rib cage, elevating right side, and that's why you're getting this nice straight line. and keeping the shoulders very elevated and in a straight line. And so you controlling with your reins and your right leg horse from the nose, from the neck to the shoulders, to the middle of the horse, and second part of the horse from the middle of the horse to the hind horse. You control it with your leg. If you finish flexibility exercises and you're moving horse to the right or to the left. So that's what I'm thinking, how you should communicate in side pass, not just open the leg. First of all, when you open the leg, even if you not exaggerate, you open leg, you're already out of balance. Okay, so you're not sitting straight on the horse spine. So that's already hard for horse to travel, even we not notice as educator. Actually, it's everything involved with two tracking. Move the shoulders, so we're communicating with our reins to the shoulders, with our neck, because our reins connect to the horse mouth. It's connect to the neck and shoulders, and from the rib cage and spine and hindquarters we're communicating with our legs. So we have to divide horse in half when we communicate with our hands front of the horse, and we communicate with our horse of the back of the horse with our legs. So I will share with you how to educate horse, so horse will understand. It's a sequence, method by method, how to educate the horse to bring the neck inside and bring hindquarters inside. So horse will understand mentally sequence of the methodology and start to use physical abilities. Come back again. Start to use physical abilities to bend his body inside and move to the right or to the left direction. I come back and saying again, side pass, it's coming from the hindquarters. Hindquarter follow and shoulder follow. It's nothing to do by pressing the horse on the side of the horse body and just move horse this way to the right direction, because we're gonna lose the hindquarters, we're gonna lose the collection in the spine and the neck, and we're gonna lose the front shoulders. I will show you also on this clinic how to engage hindquarters with the neck in the same time. We're going to go a little bit far away from here and follow towards you so you can see how that's going to look like. So anytime when I pick up the rein and I ask my horse to engage the hindquarters and keep the nose inside, my horse will gonna step in with this hindquarters and neck towards you. So that's a 99% of the side pass accomplished if you're gonna put all this puzzle together. And we're gonna do exactly the same from the opposite side, so you can see that exactly the same when I engage the inside neck muscle to the shoulder, stretch outside neck muscle and engage the hip, squeeze with both legs. It's critically important not release the outside leg. You have to elevate the horse rib cage and step forward. Okay, it's very important for us to understand the more side pass we're going to have, and willing side pass and consistent side pass would mean when I ask horse respond immediately or respond and never stop, it means your lead change is going to be much easier. Your pickup lead departure going to be much easier. Your loping going to be much more relaxed because you can communicate with the hindquarters. So that's critical, important to understand that. So side pass, it's very important for us to accomplish very well. we're going to learn how to change direction also in the side pass by using one side and another side immediately. So that's, like I'm saying before, lead change is going to be much easier if horse understand how to change the side pass without frustration. Thank you very much to give me an opportunity to share with you my philosophy and my thoughts about this equine educational clinic, mastering communication with side pass. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at this clinic and share with you much deeply my philosophy and methodology, how to educate horse travel on a side pass and develop horse mental and physical ability and relaxation in this performance, final exercise and movement. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you.